Well, fundamentally, it's growth of businesses for New Zealand. So we use the phrase bigger, better, faster. So we're talking about companies getting to scale, at larger scale, in an international market faster. And not necessarily, by the way, always, that means it doesn't always mean exporting stuff. Sometimes it can mean setting up offshore offices and branching out. So success really is the success of our companies that we work with. Yeah, we do. We look at the total rise in both export revenue and international revenue, and we look at that across the norm. So, for example, at the moment, our companies are growing. The companies that we work with intensively are growing at about 2.3% versus the norm at the moment, unfortunately, about -3%. Partly driven by the New Zealand dollar, partly driven by the commodity prices. We look at the number of deals that we bring companies. So we work quite closely. We've got a couple of our staff here. So John at the back and Naomi, who work very closely with New Zealand companies, actually trying to help them win business, and we measure that. And then we look at the customer satisfaction, so how customers tell us they do good business. So it's kind of a balanced scorecard model.
Does your organization work at all to encourage foreign companies to come into New Zealand, invest in the country there, or is this organization much more about pushing outwards?
No, it's a great question, thank you. We absolutely do. So we have a division within New Zealand Trade and Enterprise. We call it our Capital Services Division. And the capital part of the business looks at two things. One is helping New Zealand companies find growth capital, because typically that's one of the top 2 or 3 barriers for any company is enough capital to grow. And the second thing that they do is foreign direct investment and trying to help offshore companies, including multinationals where relevant, to locate in New Zealand. So we've had some success stories there. We've got, for example, Gameloft, who have set up shop in New Zealand. They've got a couple of hundred people now in Auckland who are writing gaming software. We've probably got about 20 examples where we've helped offshore companies relocate into New Zealand and set up. And it's all goodness. Any more questions? Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. Thanks, everybody. Great to see you. Look forward to seeing you at the next event, and please enjoy the refreshments and continue to network and collaborate.